So using your myofascial balls now is going to be a good and important thing, especially on your feet and your chest. Today, our practice is going to focus around foundation and being grounded. Now, I always feel in the fall, like a little bit with the wind shifting and the leaves falling and things starting, new things starting, kids going back to school. I always feel like there's something I should be doing. You know, it's fall, it's time to go back to school or do something different. So there's always this little sense of not being fully grounded in the place that you are. So I felt that this practice was really helpful for me this week to just kind of settle into my space and feel really connected to where I am. Not saying that it's not good to always try to move forward in whatever you're doing, but just to also be content with who and how and where you are right now. So we're going to focus on the Muladhara chakra. As you know, there are 7 chakras, and this chakra is the first chakra that starts in the pelvic region. It's our our grounding, and they call it the root chakra. And when the root chakra is balanced, you're going to feel more safe, more secure, a little bit more confidence in who and how you are. And it's just a really lovely place to be with your feet on the ground and looking up if you choose. But even when you're looking up, you still have that sense of balance and safety too. So when we feel it's not balanced, sometimes there's a sense of being tired, you don't sleep as well. There can even be some bowel issues with constipation and a little bit of depression. If you notice that sometimes fall brings that inward. Think about where how balanced your root chakra is. And it looks like, let's see, Jenna, okay? All right, so the mudra that I'd like to offer you with this Muladhara is called the Prithivi, P-R-I-T-H-I-V-I mudra. And you know a mudra is a hand gesture that helps you to connect to certain things. So this hand gesture is connecting your thumb with your ring finger and the other fingers, if you can get them to stick up straight, and then turn the palms up. All right, Prithivi mudra, and it's to help us to connect to our root chakra, placing the hands on the thighs, the palms facing up. All right, and if you just want to, if it's comfortable to sit that way, if not, then you don't have to do it, but it's just an offering. So I found you can keep the eyes open and keep rolling your feet if you want, or keep using the ball, whatever. It's called Facing the Lightning, and it's by Landon Saunders from that Living Conversation that I often refer to. I love that blog. But he says, there was a great tree with lofty branches and deep roots. One day the lightning came and said, "Stand aside or I'll blast you off the face of the earth." The tree looked back and said, "I haven't grown a trunk so strong and roots so deep to be intimidated by you. Strike away." We need the strength that comes from strong trunks and deep roots, but it doesn't come easily or quickly. Trees spend years building deep roots so that when lightning strikes, they will survive. How do we do that? How do we grow these strong trunks and deep roots? And he says, I believe one way is to follow the great part in you, not the small part. Follow the great part in you, not the small part. If there's resentment that creeps up in your life, don't say, well, I'm resentful. I'm just a resentful person. Or if jealousy comes to you, don't say, I'm just jealous. That's just the way I am. Or I'm selfish. I wish I weren't so selfish, but that's just the way I am. What are you doing? You're holding on to the smallest parts of your nature, the worst part of your character. Instead, grab hold of the greater parts of who you are. If there's love in your life, follow it. If there is joy, pursue it. If there is a moment of generosity that arises in your day, don't say, well, where did that come from? But rather latch onto it and don't let it go. This way we add strength and depth to our lives so we can stand tall in the face of whatever lightning comes our way. All right. So I just think that's a nice personification of strength, of rootedness, of groundedness, of thinking yourself as that tree with a full trunk and deep roots. So obviously we're going to be having kind of that metaphorical practice today of being that tree, of allowing, you know, the leaves to fall, but still staying strong and allowing the roots to be deep. Okay. All right, so let's get connected to our root chakra. So if you've got that ball, hopefully you've taken some time to roll your feet on the ball. Roll your feet on the ball. Okay. Good. And I want you to see if you can't focus on the bubbling spring point. If you look, I don't know if you can see, between the second and third toe on the top of the arch, there's a little bubbling spring kidney meridian. And if you press the ball into that or press your hand into that space, that can help to unlock some energy channels. So if it feels tender, there could be a little bit of, you know, energetic blockage there. So you just press into that gently and breathe into that space, just allowing that energy to release. Bubbling springs, I just love that. I love that idea. And then go to the other side. And of course, when we roll our feet on the earth with the ball in between, we help just to wake up all those nerve endings. We help to loosen the fascia under the feet, under the foot, that eventually takes us all the way up to the back of our neck, to the forehead. So if you pulled on your forehead on a fascia, say an anatomical fascia, that's all it was. You pulled on your forehead, pulled down, it would get some movement in the back, in the bottom of your foot. So that's all connected. And find some bubbling spring between the second and third toe, press into that. Just gently, you don't have to push hard, but just notice if one side feels a little different than the other. Some of us have arthritis in our great toe and feet, so you're like, I feel that. That's a little different though. This is an energetic. All right. And then use the ball just on your chest, because I really want to work on opening the chest up a little bit too. Be able to shine your light forward by keeping your heart lifted. That strength of your trunk, that strength of your torso. Let the lightning strike, right? Sometimes we have big lightnings. I know some of you have really big lightning in your life right now. You will get through it, I promise you. And that's not to downplay it or simplify it or have toxic positivity. It's just that I know the strength of you. Breathe in and breathe out. Open up that chest. All right. Now let's get settled into this space. And we're going to focus on the Muladhara or the root chakra. So let's just take a moment to scoot forward in your chair. Walk your feet a little bit ahead of the knees. Let that core, that trunk, that strong foundation of the sitting bones hold you up and lift you up. So gently press the feet into the earth, hands into the thighs. Use that to grow your trunk a little bit longer. Reach the crown of the head toward the sky, toward the sunlight. The trees that get the most light are the ones that reach for it, right? Breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. If you want to engage the Praditi Mudra, tapping the thumb and the ring finger together, placing the palms, and just think about your own strength, your foundation, the feet connected to the earth, the sitting bones connected to the chair. Bringing your senses inward. And with the spine being tall, allow the pelvis to feel heavy. Breathe in through the nose and feel the sensation of the air moving into the nostrils. And as you exhale, just simply feel the sensation of the support of the chair. Just let the chair do some of the work. So breathing in, you feel the sensation of the air moving into the nose, into the lungs. And as you exhale, just allow the support of the earth to hold you up as well. Tapping into that grace breath, calming the body, calming the nervous system. Beginning to now feel the whole physical body. Dropping your attention and awareness to your pelvic floor. So imagining if you were on a bicycle, the part of your seat that were touching the bike, you would feel, try to sense energetically and physically that space, that root chakra. And believe it or not, that pelvic floor has a diaphragm so that as you breathe in, the belly softens and rounds and the diaphragm pushes down. The pelvic floor diaphragm pushes down as well. You've got to make some space. So you might feel an opening of the pelvic floor. And then as you exhale, the diaphragm lifts up. Both diaphragms lift up. The abdominal diaphragm and the pelvic diaphragm will lift up a little bit. So just the act of breathing can bring awareness and sensation into that pelvic floor. Breathing all the way down to the base of your pelvis, even every time you breathe into that Muladhara root chakra. And the affirmation I offer you today is my body is strong because my foundation is stable. And you can even add my body and mind are strong because my foundation is stable. My body and mind are strong because my foundation is stable. And bring your hands up to your heart space, finger to finger, palm to palm. And setting an intention for class today for yourself or for someone else who might need it a little bit more today. Send those intentions out to the universe under this gray, comforting sky. Exhale fully. Inhale and join me for 3 beautiful ohms. Bow your head to the heart of that intention. And lower your hands down, gently blink your eyes open. And now just start to make those circles with your torso. Feel the sensation of the sitting bones, kind of massaging the whole pelvic floor region, taking your awareness to that space. Widen your feet just a little bit. See if you can feel the widening of the sitting bones. And then take it the other direction. Easy does it today. Everything today with a sense of being rooted, grounded. Walk the feet back in and lift and lower the heels and toes. Heels and toes. Notice the sensation in the flexion of the toes. When you lift your toes, what do you notice about the ankle and the calf? Paying attention, noticing, be mindful. Now rotate the ankle, just rotate the ankle a little bit. Let the toes connected to the earth. Both sides. All right. And then let's move on up a little bit, lift that leg up and just swing that foot back and forth, greasing up the knee joint just a bit. Can you make some circles and get a little bit of more range of motion in that knee? And then go the other direction. And we'll go to the other side. So just lift that leg up, let the leg swing. You can lean back in your chair if that feels better in your back. And then try to make some circles with that whole lower extremity. Good, holding on. Nice. All right. Now let's just do a little Lakshmi Volker knee massage. So can you massage the sides of your knees? Rub a little bit of heat into the sides of the knees. Waking up the sensations of that knee, hopefully in a good way. And then pinch around the kneecap. Allow your knee to be soft if you can. Extend it out a little bit more. If you can get a little wiggle room in that kneecap, maybe one hand over top of the other, massaging one direction, the other direction. Okay. And then just give it a little tap. And another rub. There. And swing it again. If you can swing it and feel those tendons underneath your knee, those ropey tendons, and give them a little massage while you're at it. Feel that all the way down to my tiptoes when I do that. And then just take a moment to notice. The other one saying, my turn, my turn. So give it a little massage, rub on the outer edges of the outer sides of the knee, really building up that heat and friction. I'm gonna just do this in the middle of the day and then pinch around the kneecap. The circulation going around there. And then try to loosen the kneecap a little bit. Let your leg extend and wiggle it around. Put one hand over top of the other. Massage it in one circle, and then the other. Does one kneecap move a little more freely than the other? Good. And then give it a slap. And then we'll pick it up again, see if you can massage those ropey things behind it, the tendons. Good. All right. Knees are ready. We got our feet and our knees. Eventually get up to our hips. All right, let's do a little bit more with the sit bones now. So we'll take it up to the sit bones. So as you were doing your circles, your torso circles, feeling those sitting bones grounded, going in circles. Now I want you to go into cat and cow and feel the way your body rotates over top of the sit bones with the pelvis. So first, hands on the knees, slide the hands over the knees around your back body, and you're putting more weight on the backs of your sit bones. And then slide your hands towards your hips and rotate your body so you're putting more weight on the fronts of your sit bones. Lift the heart space up, take the eye gaze slightly up, elbows press back. And now with your breath, exhale, go rounding. And inhale, lift the head, lift the heart. Pay attention to the root chakra, the base of the pelvic floor. And just take your breath and awareness to that pelvic floor. Good. Exhale as you round. Inhale as you lift that heart. And just a couple more. Isn't it funny? You can do the same pose, and sometimes you're focusing on the chest and the upper back. Sometimes you're focusing on the whole length of the spine. There's a whole new pose when you focus just on the pelvic floor, isn't it? Exhale, rounding. And inhale, lift. It's all happening whether we focus on it or not. That's the beauty of it too. All right. Bring your arms down by your side. Spread your fingers out wide. Reach for the earth with your hands. Spread them wide. And then rotate the shoulders up and palms face up towards the sky as you reach the arms up overhead. Breath in. Remember where you were last week with your arms in that sweet spot. So it could be the upper arms in line with the ear. It could be nice wide V or a little bit of a goalpost. And then turn the palms down, lower the arms. Let's do 2 more of those with the breath. Inhale. And exhale. We'll make our own sunshine today with these sun breaths. Last one, inhale. Keep the arms up, please. And lengthen that spine, lower the left arm down. And then take the arm with the palm facing up to shoulder height. Roll the shoulder back a bit. Plug the head of the arm bone into the shoulder and walk your arm back behind you. It's a little lower than the shoulder. Now keeping the chin parallel, turn your head over your left shoulder. Big stretch from earlobe to shoulder, all the way to the fingertip and where the arm connects to the chest. Good. And bring the head back to center, reach both arms up overhead again. Get that length in the spine and then lower your right hand down. Open that left arm out to the side. Roll the shoulder back, plug the head of the arm bone in and walk the arm back just a bit. Soften your shoulders. Chin's parallel, look over your right shoulder. What do you notice about this stretch? Can you feel the fascia releasing all the way to the fingertips? And we wonder why we feel so good after yoga. Bring your head back to center, arm back to center, reach both arms up overhead again. Big length, now lower left arm down again. Now root down through, re-energize your rooting. So press the feet down, press the sit bone down. From that place of pressing, lift and lengthen the spine, and then crescent over. And notice if that's a difference for you. When you really engage the feet and the sitting bones, the foundation, can you lift open from hip to rib and really feel that stretch more in the side body than if you lift your pelvis up off the earth? Now turn the torso toward the earth to stretch across the back of the ribs. Good. Back to center again, both arms up. Full breath in. Let's lower the opposite. Root down through that left side. So press the feet down, press the sit bones down, and then crescent over. Find that stretch from hip to rib. Good. And then turn the torso toward the earth to get that stretch across the back of the ribs. Nice. Beautiful. And then back to center. Lift both arms up again, palms together, and hands come down to the heart. Roll the shoulders back. All right, take your feet out wide. Before we twist, let's get a little opening in our hips. So I'm just kind of holding on to the back of the chair and taking my legs to a slow 90-90. So they're nice and wide. Come up on the sides of the feet, take the knees to the right. And then over to the left, just gonna warm them up a little bit first. And then to the right. And then to the left. Good. All right, now to the right again, but we're gonna really focus on that left knee moving in the direction of the right ankle. Somebody disappeared. Who left us? Feel that stretch on the side of the outside of the IT band. There you go. And then back to center. Looks like Louise has stepped out. And then we'll go the other direction. Really open up through that side IT band. Keep the foot flexed. That'll help to support the knee. So if that knee is giving you a hard time. And it's hard to keep the sitting bones rooted, but if you can, then you'll get a little more stretch in that outer leg. All right, now back to center. Walk your feet back to neutral. And the osteoporosis twist, you know, is draw the belly in, gentle twist side to side. But otherwise, let's do the rainbow twist. So let's start with feet moderately wide, not as wide as they were before, but right hand on the left knee and reach the arm up overhead. Follow your hand with your eye gaze and then take it over towards that right side, sorry. So inhale, reach the arm up. Exhale, hand comes back to the knee. 2 more. Inhale, arm reaches up, twist towards the right. Point the fingertips down toward the floor. And then inhale, reach up. Exhale, back to the knee. Last one, breathe in. And breathe out. Pause here for just a moment. And if it feels right for you, take your left hand and place it on your right knee. And look over your right shoulder. Good. All right. switch. So reach that arm back overhead, come back to center, lower the hands down to the thighs. Take that left hand, reach the left arm up, take it to the right knee. Now let's just do a few first. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fingers point down behind you. Inhale, arm reaches up. Exhale, hand touches to the knee. Welcome back, Louise. Good. Sometimes the cloudiness. All right. This time we're going to stay back there for just a moment. So inhale, lift and lengthen. And then see if you can't take that right hand to the left knee. Left palm is reaching behind you. Thumb is up. Palm faces the side wall. Good. And then both arms up overhead again, palms together and hands down to your heart. Find your breath. Nice. Okay. Let us use our strap and a block. We're going to stretch our calf muscle a little bit. We'll keep working those legs, that foundation. I like to stretch the leg with the strap. So right foot is on the block. Straps around the ball of the right foot. You're scooched as forward in your chair as you can get without falling off. All right, straps around the base of the foot. And let's just get a little calf stretch first. So can you draw the toes in the direction of the nose? Get comfortable with that. And then start to press the thigh bone down energetically. Just press the thigh bone down toward the earth. Lengthen up through your spine, and already just lengthening and getting tall. So root the sit bones down as you rise the spine up. And then use the pull of the strap gently to bring the top of the foot toward you. So let your toes be relaxed if you can. So you're not putting tension in the toes. You're just really working on an ankle, Achilles, calf stretch. All right, it's about 20 seconds. So release that. Just give it a little break, pump it maybe, and we'll do that one more time. All right, so first draw the top of the foot toward you. Keep the toes relaxed if you can. Lengthen the spine, press the thigh bone down, and then keep drawing the top of the foot towards you as the toes are soft. Keep pressing the thigh bone down. Does anyone not feel this in their calf? I really do. If you're a big walker, you're going to have tight calves for sure. All right, let's keep it there. Now we're going to take that stretch up a little higher into the leg to where the sitting bone attaches to the hamstring attaches to the sit bone. So now keep the toes soft. Press the heel into the block. All right, press the thigh bone down. Lengthen the spine and hinge from your hip crease. Hinge forward, get a big stretch all the way down to where that hamstring attaches to the inside part of your top of your tibial bone. Breathe in and breathe out. Keep pressing the heel down, keep pressing the thigh bone down. Active pose here. Inhale, lift back up. And exhale, hinge forward again. So you can get a little bit deeper. Ooh. Tight today. Tight today. Good. Lift back up. All right. Now, scooch over toward the right side of your chair. We're going to do another quad stretch. Okay. So top of the foot comes onto the floor. We're just going to slide that foot back. Hold on to the side of the chair. If you don't feel safe, then turn all the way towards the left side and hold on to the side of the chair. What we're looking for is this right knee to come down toward the floor. All right, so if you're doing it pointing toward the left, you can do that, or you can stay forward and just send your foot back behind you, whatever feels safer for you. But if you can press the top of your foot into the floor, all right, let the buttock hang off the chair a little bit, squeeze the glute, hinge forward slightly, and then kind of scoop your tailbone under a little bit as you then hinge back, not arching your back. Don't arch your back. Just press the top of the foot into the floor, squeeze the glute, and then hinge back just a tiny bit. Trying to get that big stretch in the quad. All right, release that. One more breath, lengthen, press the top of the foot down, scoop that tailbone under, don't arch the back, lean back into it just a little bit. This way or this way. One more breath. Ugh. All right, and then release that. And give that knee a little massage again. Sometimes you feel that in your knee, right? Okay. Good. Slide your block over to the other side. Let's stretch the other side. So recenter yourself in your chair. Lasso your foot. Toes are soft, remember. All right. Scooching on the edge of your chair. And then draw the top of your foot toward you. And then start to press your thigh bone down. So the knee is as straight as it can get to get that stretch. Roll the shoulders back. Keep the spine long. Keep the toes soft. Take a breath. Does one side feel tighter than the other? What's that tell you about you? Release that and then re-engage. So draw the top of the foot towards you, lengthen, press the thigh bone down, toes are soft. Good. Couple more seconds. And release. All right, now let's get the whole top of the thigh bone, the whole hamstring. So press the heel down, toes towards the nose, press the thigh bone down, keep energized, all that energy downward. Lengthen up, so we're rooting that to rise up, and then hinge forward from the hip crease. So in yoga, we root to rise, right? You have to have that firm, strong foundation before you can lift up tall. It's like in life, right? Got to be set before you jump. Lift back up. One more time, lengthen, heel goes down, bone goes down, hinge forward. We watch our kids all the time, right? Do these things before they're maybe really ready. That's how they learn. I'm going to be babysitting my grandkids all weekend by myself, just 2 of them though. Oh, lift back up. I'll have lots of examples of. Okay, let's do the taps, the quad stretch. So if you want to turn toward the right side, go ahead, or you can just scooch over towards the left side of your chair. All right, whatever's more comfortable for you. Put the top of the thigh bone down. I'm holding on to the side of the chair. Squeeze the glute, press the bone down, the top of the foot down, scoop the tailbone under a little bit. Without arching the back, hinge back a little bit. And that stretch on the top of the thigh. Nobody feels that in your lower back, do you? Hinge forward. And then one more. This hurts your knee, then back off, right? So I know some of you are really working knee stuff, so don't want to exacerbate anything. Looking for a nice stretch in the quad. Sometimes those tight muscles also can pull on things and make your knee uncomfortable. All right, release that. Bring that foot back. And let's put the feet together, knees apart, kick the legs out, do whatever you need to do. And then we're going to do our sit stand. Okay, so sit stand. Feet are under the knees, hands can be on the thighs. So root the feet, lift from that place, hinge forward, nose over toes. Get light on your buttocks. Recruit the muscles you need and come to a stand. Shift the weight to the heels of your feet. Send those sitting bones down nice and easy, no plop. Hinge forward, come up, scooch back, sit down. You can scoop. You can cross the hands over the chest. You can press into the chair. All right, whatever makes you most able to do this. Good. I'm going to make some adjustments while you do a few more of those. And then you can brag to me after class and tell me how many you've been doing each week. What number you're up to. I think we're trying to get to 20 or 30, right? Okay. Now. Good. Got one more in you? Nice. And then stay standing. Woo! Feel those thighs working? Okay. With our foundational standing postures, I'm going to offer you using the back of your chair or the seat of your chair, depending on how you're feeling today. And what we're going to be doing is the usual stuff. You know, you can reach over, do L pose. We're going to be doing lunge, and that can be from the seat of the chair or the back of the chair. We're going to be doing pyramid pose, and then forward folding, L pose, all this kind of stuff. And then I do want to do a downward dog. All right, so using the seat of the chair or the back of the chair. Either one is fine, but that's what you're getting into. Okay, so you decide which part of the chair you want to use and turn it. And you can even switch it. You can do some of the stuff with the back of the chair and then switch it over for the seat of the chair. So I'm going to, because I normally do it with the back of the chair and you're familiar with that, I'm going to do it with the seat of the chair today. Just make sure all 4 legs are on the mat so it doesn't slide away from you. Okay. And we're going to start getting our good foundation with on standing with our feet. So feet are connected firmly to the earth. So rock back and forth, and just if it helps, close your eyes. See if you can do this closing your eyes. Rock back and forth a little bit and just feel the way your weight redistributes on your foot. And can you tell if you are, you know, using more of the inside of your foot or the outer edge of your foot? And try to use all 4 corners of the feet. Shift side to side a little bit. What do you sense? Are you even bearing weight on a part of your foot that may be sore? And then come to a place in the middle. See if you can't ground down through the mound of the big toe and the outer edge of the heel, and you'll feel your legs really energized. Mound of the big toe presses down, outer edge of the heel presses down. You feel the race stripe on the side of your legs fire up, toes are soft. Tailbone presses toward the earth, belly draws in, shoulders roll up, back, palms face forward. This is your mountain pose, strong and stable. My body is strong because my foundation is stable. Reach the arms to your level of comfort as you inhale. And exhale, turn palms away, lower the arms down. Keep the arms active and engaged. As they float up, keep them strong. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, lower back down. Last one, inhale up. Keep right arm up, lower left arm to halfway. Press it back and away from you. Good. Reach that arm back up. Lower right arm halfway. Press it back and away. And then back to center, hands together in front of the heart. Nice. Turn and face your chair, whether it's the seat or the back of the chair. Come back to your mountain pose. Engage the feet, the core, tailbone lengthens. Inhale, arms forward and up. Exhale, soften the knees and hinge forward. Hands on the back of the chair or the seat of the chair for your forward fold. Inhale, come halfway up. So hands to the back of the chair or on the thighs. Exhale, forward fold. Take your awareness to the tops of your thigh bones. Try to press the tops of the thigh bones back as you begin to straighten the knees a little bit without rounding the back. A little stretch in those hamstrings. Let's use what we've already done. What do you feel in the backs of the legs? Can you put a little more weight on the fronts of the feet? Does that change anything as the weight comes towards the front of the feet? Keep pressing the thigh bones back and away. Soften the knees. Come up all the way. Arms overhead. palms together and down to the heart. All right. Hinge forward and bring the hands to the back of the chair or the seat of the chair. Bring your right foot forward, step your left foot back into pyramid legs. So your legs are straight. Spine is long. Send that right hip crease back a little bit, hinge forward, get in again, a nice stretch in the back of the leg for pyramid pose. Really work in the backs of these hamstrings. Sometimes our foundation can be off a little bit because we're tight in our hips or our hamstrings. So you're holding on to the seat of the chair or the back of the chair. The spine is straight, front body draws toward the back body, legs are straight, right leg's in front, back legs back, and toes are pointing forward. Sitting bones are shooting back behind you, and press the tops of the thigh bones back again. Keep that nice length in the hamstrings. One more breath here. Then press back up, walk the back foot forward, hands on the hips, and make some big circles with your torso. Hips, knees, ankles, everything gets in the game. Or the other direction. Undulations, all different directions. All right, good. Okay, I'll come back to your chair. Going to hinge forward, hold on to the seat or the back of the chair. The left foot's going to stay forward, right foot's going to step back. Knees are straight. Hip crease and that left hip crease, we're going to send back just a little bit. Press the tops of the thigh bones back. Lengthen the spine, hinge forward to what your level of comfort is with those hamstrings. It's most accentuated in that front leg, but see if you can't bear a little weight on the back foot as well. Head and neck are in alignment. Try not to let the head fall. Good, nice adjustment. Good. Keep pressing that left hip crease back just a bit. Good. And then slowly walk that back foot forward. Shake the legs out, undulate, do whatever would feel good for you. Okay, now we're going to do a lunge with a crescent now. So if your balance is a little off today, you may want to use the back of the chair. Otherwise, you can use the seat of the chair, which will take you a little bit deeper. See how my knee is being stopped by the seat of the chair. So my knee and ankle are in alignment. But we're actually going to reach up and over. So if you think your alignment's going to get off, then use the back of the chair, please. Okay. All right. So back of the chair, seat of the chair. If you're using the seat of the chair, your shin bones are practically right up against the back of the chair. You know what I mean, seat of the chair. Hinge forward. Hands come onto whatever is comfortable for you. So if you're using the seat of the chair, the hands should be on the seat of the chair. The right foot is under the chair. We're going to step the left foot back on a nice wide base. All right. Good. Okay. Now squeeze the back glute, squeeze the right glute, lift the back thigh bone up. Stay here or reach the left arm up overhead and do a little crescent stretch over towards that right side. Back to center, lower the hand down and step the back foot forward. Hands on the thighs or the back of the chair, come up to standing. Stretch and lengthen again, full breath in, palms together and hands come down to the heart. We'll go to the other side. If that felt good, continue. If that felt like you need to make an adjustment here. So we're going to hinge from the hip crease, hands to the back of the chair, the seat of the chair. Left foot's under the chair, right foot steps back into lunge. All right, squeeze the back glute, lift the thigh bone up. Try to isometrically send the front shin forward so everything's strong and stable. Reach your right arm up and crescent over to the side. Use your breath. Nice, very nice. Good. Come back to center, lower the hand down and step the back foot forward. Press the hands into the back of the chair or the thighs. Reach the arms up overhead, gain length again, full breath in, palms together and hands come down to the heart. Nice. Okay. Shake those legs out. And we are going to turn the chair around to the for balance poses. So you want to use the back of the chair for balance poses. Okay. All right. Everybody doing okay? All right. Yep. Good. Okay. All right. Let's open the hips just a little bit more before we get into our tree. So we're going to do a goddess. So take your feet out. Mat width distance are a little bit wider. And the toes are 45 degrees, tailbones pointing down. A nice breath in and track the knees over the feet. So bend the knees, tracking the knees over the feet. Hand can be holding onto the chair, one onto the thigh. Really just going to kind of bounce into this a little bit gently. A little bit of pulsing here. Pulse, 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 just a few times. Let the hip know what's coming. And then press the feet into the earth, come back to standing. Full breath in, bend the knees, tailbone points down. If you feel stable and steady, bring your arms to goddess arms. So elbows are in line with shoulders, shoulder blades draw toward each other, palms face forward. Chin is parallel to the earth, strong and stable. My body is strong because my foundation is stable. Fingers are spread wide, everything's active, everything's engaged. Now bring the hands down onto the thighs. We're going to take right shoulder toward left knee for a little stretch about on that right QL. Come back to center, other side. Good. And one more time each way. Oh, Susan's rubbing her back. That didn't feel good, did it? And one more. Oh, yeah. And then press the feet into the earth. Heel to walk your feet back to neutral. Shake your legs out. All right, now let's do our warrior two to triangle. It's gonna be the best tree pose ever. So take a wide stance again. I've got the chair on my left side, but whatever side it's on, I will say, whatever side your chair is on, point those toes toward the short end of that mat. And kick your opposite heel back. So you're in a nice warrior footage. Make sure the feet are stable. So really ground down through your feet. Tailbone's pointing down toward the earth. So when you bend your knee, the tailbone stays pointing toward the earth. The perineal eyeball is pointing straight down. Open up through that inner thigh a little bit. So we did goddess pose to open up through that inner thigh to track the knee over the foot. Okay. If you feel stable, reach the arms out to the side, plug the head of the arm bone into your shoulder, so activate the back body as well. So fingers are spread wide, keep everything engaged, and take your head gaze over your left fingertips. Breathe in and breathe out. My body is strong because my foundation is stable. And you draw that belly in, get a little more strength in your trunk. Let that lightning strike. Who cares, right? We got this. Lower your backhand down onto your thigh. Rotate from your front arm, from the top of the shoulder, and take that palm up toward the sky. Fingertips reach for the sky. And root down through the foot so you could open up from the pelvis. Lift up from the pelvis to the ribs. Good. Eye gaze looks up at that shining hand, that shining star. Good. And then come back to warrior two. Straighten the front knee. Hands come to the chair and the hip. Turn your torso toward that front leg. Hinge forward a quarter fold. So legs are straight. We're coming into triangle. So holding on to the chair, or the hand can come onto the thigh. Rotate the heart forward. The hand on the hip, that elbow presses back. We're in a nice triangle pose here. So you can keep your back hand on your hip, or you can reach it up overhead or come to goal post. Wonderful triangle here. One more breath. Feel the foundation of your feet. Judy, that front knee is straight. There you go. Good. All right. Take a bend to the knee again. Press back up. Turn your toes facing forward and heel toe walk your feet back to center. Shake those legs out. Shake everything out. All right, we're going to go to the other side. So I'm actually going to move my chair. Ooh, our air conditioning's broken and it's so humid. But we're working hard. I'm sweating. I think I'd be sweating even if it was working. Okay, take a nice wide stance. Whatever side your balance prop is on, turn those toes toward the short end of the mat and kick your other heel back. Collarbones are going to face forward, right? Take a breath in and a bend to that front knee. Tailbone's pointing straight down. Sweep those arms out to the side. Plug the head of the arm bone into the shoulder and look over your front fingertips. Together, everybody. My body is strong because my foundation is stable. Can you open up through that inner thigh, that front inner thigh a little bit? Use your muscle energy to get that foot tracked, that knee tracked over the foot. Lower the backhand down, rotate the front arm up, palms up, reach the arm up overhead. Maybe the eye gaze can come up toward that sunshine overhead. Your hand is wide, your fingers spread, opening up through the hip and ribs. Good. And then come back to warrior two. Hand comes to the chair, the other to the hip, straighten that front knee. Front knee is straight. Turn the torso toward your balance prop, toward the chair. Hinge forward a quarter fold. The hand can stay on the chair or come onto the thigh as you rotate the torso forward. The hand that's on the hip, the elbow points back, or you can slide your thumb up your side body, reach the arm up overhead, spread your fingers wide. Triangle. Susan, you okay? Dizzy? Okay, hand back to the hip and straighten that front knee, heel toe walk back to center. Shake the legs out. You guys doing okay? All right, good, good. Now for our tree pose. You got your balance prop on one side, we'll leave it there. Okay, get your foundation set, that beautiful foundation. Feet are rooted, belly's drawn in, drishti is set. And hopefully, Judy, you explained to your PT what drishti meant. Shift your weight over to the left, good, over to the right, over to your balance prop. Come up on the big toe of the opposite foot and open that knee out to the side, whatever your anatomy allows. Don't turn your pelvis. Pelvis points stay forward. All right, with that strong foundation, you can keep the foot where it is or slide the foot so that the foot is on the calf and reach that arm up overhead and maybe feather tap with the opposite hand. Or if you choose, hold on or reach both arms up overhead, you decide. Good, both feet can be connected to the earth. Open that tree, strong, stable trunk, strong, stable tree. Breathing in and breathing out. Let the lightning strike, say, bring it on, I'm here, I'm ready. And then lower that down, good. You can just turn your body around so you don't have to move your chair if you want. And then we'll get our foundation set. All four corners of the feet. Does it help to think about the mound of the big toe and the outer corner of the heel? Engaging that leg, toes are soft. Shift weight to that strong foot by the balance prop. Come up on the opposite toes, take that knee out to the side. Pelvis should not have rotated, hip stays forward. And then decide if you're going to lift that foot up, put the foot on the leg on the foot. They press into each other, support each other. And then it's like the limbs of the tree, right? And then you decide where those arms go. And even if you want to sway your fall tree, the leaves are falling, the wind is blowing. Yet through it all, you stay stable. And even if you wobble, that's okay. Trees are meant to bend and wobble. They do. They just don't break. And release that. Lower it down and make those big circles again. And then we are going to come to our backs. All right, so meet me in constructive rest. Okay. Whew. All right. Let's take up some space here. So when you get to your position, make a big star. Take your feet out wide, your arms out to a T. Just take up space for a moment. Breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. This is kind of a powerful, I'm worthy pose. I'm worthy of taking up all this space. Breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. Good. One more breath in. One more breath out. Good. All right, bring the arms back down to your side. Walk your feet back into center. Knees into the chest. Give yourself a little massage. And either rock back and forth or row your knees. Opened our hips a lot. We've opened our hamstrings. Worked on our foundation. Good. And then lower the feet back down. We'll do this nice opposite arm-leg movement to keep that nervous system balanced, all right? So we reach the left arm up, right arm lifts up towards the sky. Just pause there for a moment. And then switch. Right leg, left arm. And then just switch at your own rhythm, your own pace. Now, if it feels good to reach your arm up overhead, you can take your arm up overhead or out to the side. If you're looking for something different, you can go overhead or out to the side. And then if you're still looking for something different from here, instead of your foot going toward the sky, you can hover it down to the short end of your mat for one long body stretch, opposite arm, leg, body stretch. Take your time, there's no rush. Do what feels good in your body. Don't worry about what anyone else is doing. Your body, your tree. Last one. Good. All right. Now bring the hands to the heart in Anjali Mudra. So the thumb is pressed into the heart space. And extend your right leg long. So the left foot is on the floor, the knee is bent. And we're going to make a supine tree. So first thing we do is set the foundation of our right grounded foot. So flex the foot, lift and spread the toes, and press that right leg down to the earth strongly. And then as you're ready, start to open up through the left knee. So take the left leg out to the left side as you press your left foot into some part of your right leg, into tree pose, supine tree pose. So we're pressing out through the heel of the right foot. We're pressing the left foot into the right leg, opening up through that outer hip, being a tree here. Draw the belly in, keep your foundation strong. One more breath. Good. Lower the arms down, lift that back knee up, and we'll switch sides. So extend your left leg long. Press out through the heel of that left foot. Bring the hands to Anjali Mudra. So the palms are together, thumb is in the heart space, elbows are pointed out. This is active with the arms, so press the hands into each other. And as you're ready, take that right knee out to the right side. Press the right foot into some part of your leg, the leg into the foot. So everything's active and engaged here. Strong tree. Breathe in and breathe out. Allow that hip to open, that knee to go out to the side. Knee to release toward the earth. One more breath. And release. Good. Lower your hands, help that knee lift up. And then bend your knees, both feet are together. We'll come to Baddha Konasana. So the knees are bent, the feet are flat on the floor. Arms are going to come out to a T. As you're ready, bring the soles of the feet together and allow the knees to drop to their own side. We're in cobbler's pose or Baddha Konasana. Press the feet in toward each other to engage the inner and outer thigh. Press, 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 press. Take a breath in and release the pressure. Allow the knees to open. I'll do that one more time. Press, press, press the feet. Press, press, press. Big breath in. And as you exhale, release the knees. Allow them to soften. Take your hands to the sides of the knees. Lift the knees up. Give yourself another hug. Rock back and forth. And I'd like to offer you a really lovely relaxation meditation today. So get yourself in a comfortable position if you could. I saved a little extra time. I've gypped you on Shavasana for the last few weeks. So I'm going to give you a better Shavasana with a nice relaxation meditation. Okay, and it's all about being grounded, and it'll help you kickstart your fall, I think, really nicely. Can't believe it's fall already. So you can lie in bed if you choose. You can lie in a recliner. Whatever allows you to relax, release, and let go. If you want to get to a comfy chair, that's fine. Okay, let's do 2 or 3 cleansing breaths, breathing in through the nose and out through an open mouth. Now simply come to your natural, normal breathing for now. And we'll start with the grace breath as you feel the breath come into the nostrils. And as you exhale, just appreciate the sensations of the body touching the earth as the earth supports you and holds you and cradles you, allowing you the opportunity to soften, relax, and let go. Breathing in, sense the physical sensations of the air. Breathing out, the physical sensation of being supported, which will allow you the opportunity to relax and let go. So adjust your body so that you do feel completely supported by the earth. Notice which parts of your body are connecting with the earth. And just softly name those places to yourself for just a greater awareness of the support the earth offers you. And with the eyes gently closed, just allow all your other senses to open up even more. Notice what you hear. Notice what you feel. What you smell. Just welcome all these sounds and sensations. And notice it all as you feel the body touching the earth. If you're able to notice the sensation of softening, letting go, finding and allowing a sense of easefulness throughout your entire body and mind. Discover the wholeness of yourself through the experience of simply noticing the feeling of being. Being is a quiet background sense that's always with you, but can go unnoticed until it's directly pointed out. And take a few moments now to Notice and remember that throughout your life, this feeling of being has always been with you. It never leaves. And the feeling of being is something you directly experience, something you can't describe with words, yet undeniably present and accessible to you no matter what else you're experiencing. And being grounded, the practice of being grounded helps you to be more aware and in tune with that simple presence, that sense of being. Indescribable yet undeniable. Peace, calm, everywhere yet nowhere specific. Warm, heart-centered presence, loving, safe, connected, your refuge, your sanctuary, your sense of well-being. As I mention these different body parts, just bring your attention to the sensations in these places and spaces, I say. The jaw, the mouth, eyes, forehead, neck, shoulders, arms, palms, chest, belly, upper and lower back, pelvis, hips, legs, feet. Welcome your entire body as a field of radiant sensation, front and back, left and right, inside and out. Welcome your entire body as a radiant field of sensation. Without changing your breathing, bring your attention to the sensation of your body breathing. Just noting, just feeling, without going into thinking. Notice your body breathing. The sensation and feeling of each inhalation and exhalation as it comes and goes, comes and goes. Relaxing, settling in, letting go. Allow your body in a beautiful radiant sensation Soften, relax, let go. When I am among the trees by Mary Oliver. When I am among the trees, especially the willows and the honey locust, equally the beech, the oaks and the pines, they give off such hints of gladness. I would almost say that they save me and daily. I am so distant from the hope of myself in which I have goodness and discernment and never hurry through the world, but walk slowly and bow often. Around me, the trees stir in their leaves and call out, "Stay a while." The light flows from their branches and they call again. "It's simple," they say. And you too have come into this world to do this, to go easy, to be filled with light and to shine. Going easy into this world with your shining light. Come back into this space, maybe with a smile on your face. Begin wiggling fingers and wiggling toes. Move your body gracefully and with such ease. Stretch and lengthen. Move in whatever way feels good, just like the trees. With your strong core, your strong trunk, begin to roll over onto your side and press yourself up into a beautiful foundation. And then with the hands in the heart space, finger to finger, palm to palm. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. Know that all the light and love in my heart so honors that same light in each of yours. Bow your head to honor your own practice, and then